It's Jennifer with Underway, drifting and dreaming on the motor vessel Cetus. We're a 48-foot Katie Krogan trawler. This is the morning after a windstorm that had came through. So the wind has been blowing out of the north. It was gusting up to 40 knots. It's blowing about 20 here in this video. So in the mornings I go out and check to make sure everything is still tied up. The fenders are rigged. Just checking things around the deck. Here is how we get off the boat. I do call it a brow, but it's basically a lift. It's a handicap accessible, so a wheelchair can utilize it getting on the boat. It will go 6 feet to the right, 6 feet to the left, all the way down to that foot plate in the position that it is now. So it is great for bikes, groceries, if I have to take laundry off the boat. So here we've been using it since these piers are so tall, and we just slide it over to the right. You can see the distance. We're about a good 3 feet off the dock, and it is up probably about 18 inches a step up. So it's very easy to use the remotes to go across this. Moving out to the top deck, you can see that the tender is off the boat, and you can see the cradle here. And the lines are loose. They are tied up. But I'm just doing my morning check, walking around, looking and checking everything out, making sure the fenders are still in place since we did have a lot of wind during the night. I can tell that it's low tide by looking at the neighbor's boat brow. And then all of a sudden I see that the line has parted off the bow of the tender, so it's free floating. The 2 stern lines are still on. You can see the waves coming into the marina, so that action caused that line to chafe against the pier. I'll need to go down and get Jim to help tie that bow back up on the tender. Okay, I'll show you that this comes down. Now I don't need to bring it all the way down because I can step up there. So I'm going to step up. I'm going to go to starboard here. Actually, I'm going to come up first. I need to clear that line. And then I'm going to go to starboard. And you can see how it's closing in. So I'm keeping an eye on that line. That's good. I'm going to go ahead and walk over. And it does come all the way to the dock. So I'm just going to push that back to port. That's good right there for right now. So, got to wake up the captain. Have him come out and lasso the bow. I'm going to kind of whisper a little bit since the neighbors are still sleeping. Look how fast he did that. Let me come across the brow and just get that taken care of. There's just a little bit of water in there, but it's okay.
It's not too bad. That thing is being swindy. I guess I should have doubled it up.
So we put some chafing gear on there. As you can see how the line chafed.
The bosun didn't chafe the line.
Oh, I didn't check the lines last night. Alright. Go ahead and... You want me to head over there and do that? So I'm going to head on the bow and tighten the line. So let's show you this one more time. Come over here to starboard. Keep an eye on that line. And so this was made for wheelchair accessibility. I'm just going to stick it and take it back to the bottom someplace. garage door opener. We do need new ones of these. And I'm just going to come down. There's that line. Free of the lines. Sorry, it's a little jittery. I'm back up on the bow. I'm just looking at the anchored boats that are out in the bay. And then watching the pelicans fly in. They fly out from the roost and head out to catch their breakfast for the morning. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and tighten these 2 stern lines on the tender once he reattaches the second bow line. We'll get 2 bow lines on there. We want to make sure that we're off the neighbor's boat and the tender's off our boat, and that it's sitting far enough off from the dock that it's not going to run into that. So I just turn around and I'm tightening the stern lines. I'm bringing those in right now and tying them up. Heading back inside, I see the neighbors out checking their boat, which is something we all do. There's a Norhaven that's docked next to us, and I'm heading off. Since I have the remote, I bring the lift over for Jim to step on. He goes over to the middle, and then I can start bringing it back to the port. And that way he's staying towards the center, and then you'll see a little hand gesture from him to go ahead and bring it down. Yes, I'm still in my jammies. So he's stepping off. It's brought down to the deck. This is the only video I have after it failed. It's sitting in the water. Well, here we are the next day. It's nice and bright and sunny. Beautiful day in Florida. So what my husband and son, they hooked up the boom that is utilized for the tender, and inch by inch they brought the lift up. So at each inch they would go ahead and tighten down the straps. Actually, those are lines. We have added like a trailer strap since then. So there are 3 lines and 1 strap on each side. So all 8 of those lines would have to break for it to fall in the water. We have transited from Marathon down to Keys. We had no problem. Here I'm showing you that the stern is brought in now by some ingenious rigging of the line. There is no cleat on our side of the deck, side of the pier, so we have to utilize this line to bring it in. It has been difficult for me to get on the boat. I do have a torn rotator cuff on the right side, so I do not use my right hand to grab the boat at all. So what I do is go ahead and lean up against the boat with my left hand, and I just let my body kind of fall over. So my left hand is on the boat and my right hand is holding the phone. I step over and I pretty much do a 180 pivot, and from there I have that left hand on the handrail and I just step down going backwards, and that is how I get on the boat. Fortunately, we are in Key West and I can walk right over the dock, so it has made it easier. What we're going to do is go ahead and take the boat out of the water. We'll take the lift off and return it to our house in Texas and put a temporary swim platform on to continue our travels. Here's another view of the back of the boat. You can see the straps in lines wrapped around the stanchions holding the lift onto the boat. So all those lines would have to break in order for the lift to fall in the water. So there's 4 on each side. There's trailer straps. The connection plate between the hydraulic ram and the pulleys is what caused it to fail. So to take the whole thing off and have it refurnished may take a while. We'll go ahead and replace that with the swim platform. If you liked the video, go ahead and click like, subscribe to watch more. Thanks for watching, and keep on watching. We'll be making more. Jennifer with Underway Drifting and Dreaming.